Namaste. Welcome you in the course of Yoga for Memory Development. I am Dr. Deepeshwar Singh, the course coordinator. The subject matter experts are Dr. Achar Nagendra, Dr. Manjunath N.K. and myself. This course is developed by Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhana Samsthana and supported by All India Council for Technical Education, New Delhi. Today, week 6th, Module 11. I'm going to discuss about yoga techniques, which is going to include physical postures for memory development. The learning objectives of this module is to understand the definition of yoga posture, importance of yoga posture in memory development, and yoga postures which are prescribed for memory development. And when we talk about asana and when we talk about physical yoga postures is the movement of body parts or sitting in any comfortable posture. And when we feel relaxed and our breath is synchronized with the movement, that is known as yoga posture. When we talk about the difference between yoga postures and physical exercise, yoga posture is a slow, steady movement where the awareness is involved, the breath regulation is involved. In contrast, exercise is a forceful activity where the awareness and synchronization of breath is absent. So if we talk about the literature and yogic scriptures, what they talk about yoga practices. So according to Patanjali Yoga Sutra, which is written by Maharshi Sage Patanjali, if we talk about yogic scriptures about yogasana practices, Sage Patanjali has given a beautiful definition about asana or physical posture. He mentioned in second chapter, 46th Sutra, Sthiram Sukham Asanam. Once we are in stable and comfortable or steady and comfortable and we feel relaxed, that state of posture is known as yoga or asana. That is known as asana. Whenever we feel a comfortable and steady posture, that is known as asana. So these yoga postures bring the equilibrium state of mind. When we practice yoga, is not disturbing the balanced state of mind, but it is a slow movement which is bringing down the agitations from the mind and trying to connect all the mental movements with the body movements. So when we practice yoga, what it does, it is reducing all kinds of unbalanced state or unequilibrium state. It is bringing back to the state of equilibrium at the body level, as well as it is bringing the balanced state in the mind. So mental equilibrium is also can be achieved by yoga postures. Yoga posture should be done with a feeling of firmness, steadiness and endurance in the body. Once we are practicing continuously any posture, we are getting in the state of steadiness. Initially, when we start the practice, we practice with the slow movement, loosening practices. But as we repeat again and again, our body will be accustomed with the practice and we can reach to the stage of firmness, steadiness, and it is also increasing our endurance capacity. Sometimes few of the yoga practices are improving our mental abilities by just focused awareness. If I take an example of Vrikshasana, where we are focusing on one particular direction and one particular object, it is bringing all our mental attributes to the one direction and it enhances our focused awareness, concentration on particular object. It is also important to improve the awareness. Yoga postures, once connected with the mind, when mind is moving along with the posture, it is improving our awareness and we are feeling to be delighted, a level of intelligence. We reach to the stage of higher intelligence, and this intelligence are happening because of continuous focused awareness on the yoga posture. Yoga asana is not just simply a moving practices, but it is nourishing our body parts which are not generally using in day-to-day activities. And it is also bringing a illuminative state of mind. It is removing all kinds of darkness, all kinds of veil or negativity from our body. So Sthiram Sukham Asanam is very beautifully described by sage Patanjali. So after defining this asana, we should understand the importance of yoga posture. Yoga posture is not simply the movement of limbs or movements of any parts of the body, but it is very important to purify our mind, because mind is a turbulent of thoughts. Sometimes those thoughts are bad or good, but by the practice of yoga and connecting mind to the physical posture, it is bringing the clarity at the mental level. It is necessary for the body should undergo for the purification, and it should be absolute purification. So before going for yoga postures, there are some techniques which is defined in yogic scriptures known as Shat Kriyas. There are 6 different techniques. By that we can purify our internal parts of the body. It is not only the parts of the body, but it is also purifying our mind. If we talk about some of the dhoti, basti, neti, these are the different techniques, and Trataka, Kapalabhati, Nauli, these are the different techniques which is defined in Hatha yogic text to purify the body. And once body is purified, cleansed, then we can propagate in the further practice of yoga posture. So yoga posture and cleansing practices are important for cleansing of the body and bring the stability at the body and mind level. By practicing asana, what we get it? We get the steadiness, firmness. By repeated practice of asana, we are getting the physical stability for any posture. If we do any posture with any kind of with full of awareness and connected with breath, it is going to enhance the energy level in the body. Once that energy will be increased, we can promote or we can improve lot of activities, including physical activities as well as mental activities, cognitive abilities, even intellectual abilities can be improved by yoga practices, because it is not only open the energy channel, but it is activating our psychic centers, which are helping to improve our overall personality development. So in any yoga posture, the body has to be toned and the mind tuned so that we can stay longer with the firm body and serene mind. If we quickly change the posture, if our mind is not tuned with our movement or the physical posture, it is going to create lot of adverse effect at the body level, as well as it is not going to create any changes in the mental abilities. Therefore, by the practice of yoga, we could able to control our body, and this body could able to help the mind to be controlled. If mind will be controlled, then our energy dissipation will be less, and we can activate our psychic center, which is indeed important for our cognitive development. So if we look at some other scriptures about yoga posture, how it is important for mental functioning, for memory development, there are descriptions given in Ghirand Samhita or Hat Yog Pradipika, Hat Ratnavali, Shiv Siddhant Padati, Shiv Samhita, Vasishtha Samhita. These are the different scriptures and texts, classical text, which is talking about the benefits of yoga postures at the physical and mental level. But when we talk about the one concept, if we take up one concept from Ghirand Samhita, where Maharshi Ghirand has given the benefits of asana, of any asana, has 5 functions. When we perform any asana, it has 5 major functions. One is known as conative, cognitive, mental, intellectual, and spiritual. So conative means when we do any action or any movement or exertion of any efforts, when we put exertion on any kind of limbs movement or organ of action, is known as conative. We are putting our exertion to the organ of action or karmendriyas. What it does, it is trying to improve the ability at the physical plane. The second is known as cognitive. It is a perception of the results of that action. So cognitive is associated with the perceiving with full awareness of any movement or any kind of activities at the physical plane. When we observed with full of awareness is known as cognitive, which is improving our mental abilities, our cognitive abilities, our intellectual abilities. It is helping when this conative and cognitive both join together. It is open a vast dimension of our mental and intellectual abilities. It improves mental ability to discriminate the correctness in our posture. So when we do a repeated practice, we could able to realize whether our body is doing in a proper direction of any yoga practices, and mind is not getting distracted in any apart from this continuous physical posture. It develops the sense of awareness and true nature of the practice. Practice is not only strengthening our body, but it is directly affecting our mental and intellectual abilities. It is leading us to the higher state of sadhana or yoga sadhana, that is known as spiritual direction or spiritual domain. So this yoga postures leads to the state of dharana, dhyana and samadhi. So perfection of yoga posture is achieved when the efforts to perform it becomes effortless and the infinite being within is reached. When we are reaching to the stage of equilibrium for performing while doing any kind of task. So when the body, mind and soul, all three are unites or in perfect posture or during perfect posture, the participant, the student, sadhaka will reach to the state of beatitude. Beatitude is a state where we are feeling extreme relaxation, extreme deep sense of pleasure. It is an exalted state of mind in which the root of dualistic perception loses its identity and ceases the disturbances of mind. That state we can achieve by continuous practice of yoga, because yoga postures are uniting our body, mind and soul together. This unity is achieved when body, mind and soul are having in cohesive nature. There is no longer joy or sorrow, heat or cold, honor or dishonor, pain or pleasure is going to disturb our activity. That is the state which we can achieve by continuous yoga posture. So yoga posture also bring the perfection in our action and freedom in our consciousness. If we talk about the importance and moving towards the benefits of yoga posture, there are several benefits. As I mentioned you, it develops our ability to maintain our posture for longer duration, and posture is directly connected with our mind. So we could able to maintain or increase the mental state. If we want to improve the attention level, the span of attention, yoga postures are helping us to increase the attention span in the students, children, special children or special population, in old age population. It develops lot of abilities by continuous yoga posture. It relieves from physical discomfort and mental distress. It is enabling the prana to move freely and has less chances of the disease occurring. So when we continuous practice of yoga, our body is getting good ability, coping abilities. That good coping abilities are helping us to get rid of disease. If we get disease by continuous practice, we can get rid of that disease very quickly. These yoga practices also remove the blockages and stiffness which we accumulate by lifestyle, by some kind of diet, poor dietary habit, by some kind of bad habits. Because of that, our body accumulates lot of stiffness, toxins. Yoga postures are helping us to remove those blockages and stiffness in the body by removing the accumulated toxins, and then we can achieve to the state of equilibrium. We can reach to the state of pure physical body and pure intellect. It brings the coordination in the functioning of nervous system, and because of this functioning of nervous system is getting cohesive, coordinating with other organs, it is improving our efficiency, it is improving our internal organs capability, efficacy to work efficiently. So these yoga practices increases the efficiency of the internal organs due to the light massage effect. Because when we do any bending posture, forward bending, backward bending, twisting, stretching, these all bending movement, these all movements during yoga postures are giving a light massage to the internal organ. So then these light massage to the internal organs are stimulating lot of beneficial effects, lot of hormones, lot of chemicals in the body, lot of neurotransmitter activating several centers in the brain, which are creating a harmonious effect in the body. So there are few postures which are indeed important for memory development. If we talk about some kind of stretching posture, one of the posture is known as Tadasana, where we focus on one particular object or one particular point, and we try to inhale and stretch the body parts towards the upper side. When we stretch the whole body towards upside, it is bringing a resonance, a vibration, a connectivity in different parts of the body, and it is also improving our awareness on the point of concentration. After Tadasana, if we look at other practice, Vrikshasana is the most popular practice in yoga, which is very much important for improving our awareness, the attention span. Even people have seen the practice of Vrikshasana can improve memory functions in student, children, old age people, clinical conditions, or mentally retarded people. So Vrikshasana is one of the good practice which is improving our level of mental awareness and abilities, and it is also strengthening our leg muscles, entire parts of the body. If we talk about some other practices known as Veerbhadrasana, which is also known as warrior pose, where we are not maintaining our awareness on any external object, whereas in this Veerbhadrasana we are trying to maintain our focus of attention on our fingers, on our parts of the body. When we focus on our parts of the body, it is also increasing the mental abilities and awareness. There are few meditative postures such as Padmasana, Swastik Asana, Bhadrasana. These are the few meditative postures which are helpful in achieving the physical and mental stability and reaching to the stage of mental peace. And that mental peace is also helping to improve the awareness and attention. Physical yoga postures are enhancing the physical activity or physical stability and inducing the mental stability also. It influences every part of the body, and during yoga postures the nerves carry sensory information to the brain and provide knowledge and enabling our awareness to arise. We are expanding our awareness, consciousness to the higher realm of mental level. So yoga posture start at the physical domain of physical movement, which taking ourselves to the higher plane of mental stability and mental awareness. With this, thank you. Dhanyavad.